Good morning everyone. So guys, ito yung magiging continuation nung topic natin last time or yung in-upload ko kahapon na video. So bago tayo magsimula, itong pag-aaralin natin ngayon is makakatulong talaga once na nag-start na kayo ng business nyo o pagka-graduate nyo. If someday na nakaipon na kayo sa cruise line, na nag-work na kayo sa hotel abroad, so makakatulong talaga itong topic na to once na nag-put up na kayo ng sarili nyong restaurant. And isa pa is magagamit nyo to pag nag-work na kayo. So let's begin. Ang pag-uusapan natin ngayon is the 9 primal cuts of beef o cuts of meat. So sisimulan natin yan sa beef, guys. So number 1 is the chuck. Ito, guys. So if titingnan nyo, siya yung nasa ibabaw ng balikat o balikat na ng beef. So that is the chuck. So it is from the front upper section of the cow, which gets a lot of movement. So pag gumagalaw daw yung cow natin is yun daw yung isa sa part na nakakakuha ng maraming movement. The tendency is it will be a pretty tough cut, or it will going to be a pretty tough cut, and it will become non-fatty. So that is the chuck, guys. As nakikita niyo dun sa picture, hindi siya mataba, and at the same time it looks really a tough cut of meat. So it takes a lot of cooking time, and then lalabugin mo siya. So later on, pag-aaralan natin yung iba't ibang method on how to tenderize meat cuts. So next one is the rib eye, guys, o yung rib na pinanggagalingan ng rib eye. So tingnan natin kung saan part yung rib. Right after the chuck, that is the rib. So yun yung nasa likuran. So ito siya, guys. Sabi dito, steaks are a common cut from the rib and work great when they are pan-seared or cooked in the oven. So yun daw yung mga best method para dun sa rib. You can sear it or cook it in the oven. So, while the ribeye steak is considered one of the better cuts of meat because it has a good balance of muscle and fat. So, yun daw, guys. Andun daw yung muscle, andun daw yung fat content. That's why it will create a lot of flavorful juices o flavorful taste. So, yun yung makukuha mo out of the rib. So, it is perfect for steak and grilled steak o smoked steak. Depende kung paano nyo lulutuin. So, simple lang naman yan, guys. Add kayo ng olive oil, salt, pepper, and then rosemary, garlic. Depende sa inyo kung paano nyo lutuin yung steak nyo. So, that is the rib, guys. Next naman na pag-uusapan natin is the short loin. So, saan bang parte siya? Ito siya, guys. Yung bandang gitna ng ating beef. So, that is the short loin. So, ito yan. Sabi dito, this is where you see the porterhouse, T-bone, and the top loin steak. So, dyan mo siya makikita, guys. Good combo of muscle and fat. So, perfect din sa pagluluto ng steak and grilled beef. Kitang-kita nyo naman sa picture, ang ganda ng combination, ang ganda ng texture ng karne, and at the same time, yung appearance. Kitang-kita mo na andun yung muscle, andun yung meat. So, the tendency is magpo-produce to ng napakasarap na taste, and it will become tender and juicy. So, yun naman yung desirable characteristics ng steaks natin eh. So, once na ginawa natin sa medium rare, ganon. So, this one is the sirloin. O, sabi dito, the 3 main cuts that you get from sirloin ay the top sirloin steak, tri-tip, and then the tri-tip roast. So, saan bang part yan? Ayun yung sirloin, guys. Sa bandang hulihan na, sa rear part. So, ayan siya. Kita nyo naman sa picture, ang ganda nung muscle cut, and then at the same time, it looks tender. So, ayan yan. Ito naman yung round cut. The round cut of meat consists of the rear section of the cow. So, ito yung sa may bandang puwitan na niya, yung bandang likuran, bandang huli. Yun. That is the round cut. Diyan galing yan. So, filleting yun, pwede ka din gumawa using round cuts. Excuse me. This area gets a lot of work from the animal. So, it understandably a tougher cut of meat. Once again, guys, just like nung una kong diniscuss, which is the chuck, etong round cuts gets a lot of movement. The tendency is more muscle and less fat, guys. So, yan yun. Tougher cut of milk. So, may mga ways naman para mas mapalambot sila, which is pag-uusapan natin mamaya. Yan. Guys, ito naman yung brisket. So, brisket is found at the front lower section of the cow. So, yun yung parang dibdib nila. Kung na nakaganyan yung cow, yun yung dibdib nila. Yun yung part ng dibdib nila just under the chuck, guys. Which is the first topic na diniscuss natin sa cat is the chuck. So, siya naman yung nasa bandang ilalim. So, it says that this cat is very tough and basically produces a brisket flat cut. So, ganyan yung itsura niya. And on the right side of your screen, that is the Wagyu beef, which is yung pinaka-expensive na cut of beef. And then yung nasa kanan nyo is regular beef. Yan yung mga normal na nakikita natin sa market. But the Wagyu is much more expensive because of the combination of fat and muscle meat. Yon guys. Yon ang pagkakaiba niya. So, 4 chunks naman tayo. Sabi dito, this cat is made up almost entirely of muscle and tendons. It's not going to work well as grilled pan or fried steak. So, mas maganda daw na paggagawa dito is braised. Ibe-braise mo with flavor water. So, tingnan natin yung itsura nun. So, ayun yung 4 chunks, yung sa may bandang paanan niya. So, ang pinakamagandang method daw sa 4 chunks is braising. Yan daw yung pinaka-desirable para lumabas yung quality ng karne once na niluto mo. So, this one is the short plate naman, which is the underbelly of the cow. It stretches from the legs to just before you hit hind legs and the lower section of the animal. So, ang dami pwede din gamitin na pagluluto dyan. Yung naririnig nyo na beef broccoli is dyan ang gagaling yung karne niya because it consists of tender parts and it has a good amount of fats. So, ang result is magiging tender. So, that is the short plate. So guys, related to sa lesson nyo o related to sa course nyo, which is magagamit nyo once na nag-start na kayo ng trabaho or nag-apply na kayo into a kitchen. So magkakaroon kayo ng idea. So ito naman yung flank, guys. The last, huli na to ha, the last primal cut is the flank and it sits behind the short plate, just behind the hind legs. So yan yun. So balik tayo dito. So, ayun yung flank. Yan yung last part. Bandang tiyan na. Sa pinakahuling part ng tiyan. So, ito yung 9 primal cuts naman na ginagamit internationally sa mga hotels. But, alam niyo naman ng mga Pilipino, meron tayong method na pagiging, o meron tayong characteristic na sa pagiging frugal or matipid. So, yung mga ibang parte is ginagamit pa natin gaya ng paa, ng binte, ng buntot, laman loob, mata, and dila ng baka, which is the lengua. So, party na natin yon ng tradition natin na gamitin lahat ng pwedeng gamitin dun sa beef. Kumbaga iniiwasan natin mag-discard ng mga pwede pang gamitin. So niluluto na natin. Gumagawa tayo ng dishes out of those cuts, guys. So pero internationally ito lang naman yung siyam na primal cut ng meat. So sa tradition lang ng mga Asian yun, napakatipid, versatile natin sa pagkain. Talagang ginagamit natin yung iba't ibang klase ng part nung animal. So pag-usapan naman natin yung mga knives na ginagamit natin sa kitchen. So guys, ano-ano ba yung mga kutsilyo na yon? First one is the chef's knife. Ito yung multitasker na klase ng kutsilyo, perfect for dicing and slicing. Well, the next one is the paring knife. So para sa peeling and deseeding. The rest is utility knife. Ito yung hindi siya malaki, hindi siya maliit. Pwede mo din gamitin as sa mga it is a versatile knife din naman. Pwede din sa deseeding, pwede din sa cutting of meat, sa dicing, depende sa iyo kung saan ka komportable. So this one is the bread knife, exclusively for a bread. Steak knife, sa pagkain ng steak. Filleting knife or fillet knife is para sa meat and fish also. Boning knife removes bones from the meat. So, iba't ibang klase yan. May kanya-kanyang gamit. And this one is the carving. Para pag-slice yan. And then the cleaver. Forcibly cutting top joints and bones. Yun yung pang-chop na talaga. Cleaver, guys. And then the santoku. Santoku knife. Chopping, dicing, and slicing. Yun yung mga gamit niya. So, next naman is how to tenderize meat. So, 6 easy ways to tame those tough cuts para daw mas mapalambot natin. So, ito yun guys. Pag-aaralan natin kung paano pa mas mapapalambot ang karne ng meat. So, let's start with number 1. The answer is beat it. O, i-beat mo daw yung karne. Pounding meat with a mallet is surprisingly effective way to tenderize the meat. But the thing is, pag daw napasobra, magiging mushy. So, check the quality of the meat from time to time if gagamitin mo yung method na beat it. So, next one is marinate it with acid. Sabi dito, acids can help break down those tough meat cuts. Soaking meat in a marinade made with lemon or lime juice. So, vinegar, buttermilk, or even yogurt can help tenderize tough proteins. So, yun daw yung mga makakatulong doon. So, mas mapapalambot yung meat. Gaya dun sa process ng kinilaw, naluluto na siya by acid, yung fish o kung ano mang ilagay mo doon. So, ganyan kataas yung acid content. Ganyan siya ka-powerful. Kaya niyang lutuin yung meat o kaya niyang ma-tenderize. So, ito naman is the enzymes. Ang enzymes naman galing sa mga prutas yan, just like papaya, pineapple, kiwi, and Asian pear. And yung pinakasikat sa ating mga Pilipino is the use of sibuyas or onion. So, napapatenderize din daw yung meat pag ganon. Next is the heavy salting. Sabi dito, heavy salting a tough cut of meat and letting it sit an hour or two before you cook it is an effective way to break down tough muscle fibers. No fussy marinade needed. So, no more marinades. Direct salt lang ang gamitin mo, mas mapapasarap na daw niya yun, mabe-break down na daw yung tough muscle fibers. So, mas magiging malambot yung karne pag kinain natin. So, next one is slice it right. So, yung tama daw na pag-i-slice, yung mas maninipis, is mas may-help daw ma-absorb yung tenderizing marinades more easily. So, mas mapapadali daw. So, slice it right, another method. Ito yung pinaka-common sa mga Pilipinos, guys. Slow cook o yung nilalabog, kumbaga. So, labugin daw muna para daw mas masarap yung karne. So, yan yung mga tradisyon natin, which is highly effective naman. So, cooking tough cuts of meat with low temperature heat over a long period of time is a great way to tenderize. So, yun ay sa mga beef stew, sa mga curry, ganyan, iba't ibang klase ng dishes na ginagamitan ng braising method. So, yun lang guys. Thank you and God bless, and kumpleto na ang ating meat topic. So, I hope may natutunan kayo. I'm sure meron naman. Kayo pa ba? So, if meron kayong tanong, open naman ang Facebook account natin, ang group chat natin, ang Google Classroom, and the school portal. So, thank you for listening guys, and then have a good day ahead.